Hello everyone! Have you ever wondered what happened to the waste that goes down into the sink or toilet? Does it was eaten by the fish in the lake? Does it disappear? It's a no. The waste will be treated by the wastewater treatment. There are three major steps in the wastewater treatment. There is primary treatment, secondary treatment, and tertiary treatment. For now, Gan and I will explain to you the primary treatment.
Primary wastewater treatment involves basic processes to remove suspended solid and reduce its biochemical oxygen demand, BOD. BOD is a amount of oxygen microorganism must consume to break down the organic material in presence of wastewater.
Primary treatment remove material that will either float or readily settle out by gravity. It includes the physical process of screening, comminution, grade removal, and sedimentation. Screens are made of a long, closely spaced, and narrow metal bar. It is used to block floating debris that will clog pumps or pipes. In modern plants, the screens are cleaned mechanically and its material is promptly disposed by burial on the plant ground. A comminutor may be used to grind and shred debris that passes through the screen. The shredded material is removed later by the flotation and sedimentation process. Next, grid chambers are long, narrow tanks that are designed to slow down the flow so that solids such as sand, coffee ground, and eggshell will settle out of the water. Grit causes excessive wear and tear on pumps and other plant equipment. Its removal is particularly important in cities with combined sewer system, which carry a good deal of sleet, sand, and gravel that wash off the street or land during a storm.
Next, primary clarifier involved in sedimentation process, which suspended solid that pass through screen and grid chamber are removed from the sewage in sedimentation tanks. Primary clarifier will provide about 2 hours of detention time for gravity settling to take place. As the sewage flows through them slowly, the solid gradually sink into the bottom. The settled solid, known as a rock or primary sludge, are moved along the tank bottom by mechanical scraper. Sludge is collected in a hopper where it is pumped out by remover. Mechanical surface skimming device removes grease and other floating materials. From the primary treatment, the wastewater can remove contaminants that contain oil and grease, 50 to 60% of total suspended solid, 35% of BOD, pathogen, 30% of COD, 20% of total nitrogen solid, and 10% of total phosphorus solid.
Okay, now we're going to talk about the next process in wastewater treatment, which is secondary treatment. Okay, secondary treatment is the further treatment of effluent from primary treatment by removing the residual organics and the suspended solids.
In most cases, secondary treatment follow primary treatment and involve the removal of biodegradable dissolved and colloidal organic matter using aerobic biological treatment process.
So in other words, the objective of the secondary treatment is to remove BOD by using bacteria to convert the organic compound to the CO2. Okay, for your information, there are many ways or alternatives or processes that can be used in secondary treatment. For example, the first one is activated sludge, aerated lagoon, and aerobic granulation, and also constructed wetland.
And membrane bioreactor, trickling filter, and rotating biological contactor.
Okay. Activated sludge in secondary treatment is a process for treating sewage and industrial wastewater using air and a biological fluid composed of bacteria. The effluent from primary settlers, which contain dissolved pollution such as organic material, enter the tank through inlet. During aeration phase, wastewater is aerated in aeration tank which air is pumped in, so specific bacteria will break down the dissolved organic matter and transform it into suspended solid. For example, some specific bacteria will oxidize ammonia into nitrate. During non-aeration phase, also called as anoxic phase, which is located at anoxic zone, a type of bacteria converts nitrate into nitrogen gas, which is released into the atmosphere. To ensure the optimum condition for the rapid degradation of organic matter, the bacteria sheltered in the clarifier are continued to return to the aeration tank through inlet of the tank and comes into contact with the fresh sewage. The upstream part of activated sludge tank are covered so that odorous air is trapped and extracted to odor treatment unit. That's all for the activated sludge.
Lastly, we will explain about tertiary treatment in wastewater treatment. Tertiary treatment includes a variety of processes on the effluent from the secondary waste treatment. The contaminants removed by tertiary treatment are suspended solid, dissolved inorganic compound, dissolved organic compound, and pathogen. The processes involved in tertiary treatment are precipitation. It removes suspended solid and phosphate. Next, Adsorption using activated charcoal. It removes dissolved organic compound. The other process is electroanalysis or reverse osmosis. It removes dissolved inorganic and organic compound. Lastly, the process of disinfection to kill pathogen.
Other than that, the process in tertiary treatment is water disinfection. There are two different water disinfection process, which is chlorination and ozonation. Chlorination is commonly used in our country. The advantage of chlorination is low cost and effective, while the disadvantage of chlorination is the chlorine residue can be harmful into our environment. In ozonation process, ozone is powerful oxidizing agent and is used as disinfectant in water treatment. The advantage of ozonation is safer than chlorination, but the disadvantage of ozonation is more cost is used.